Yo, what's up, Novelty? So I pretty much designed just a few basic PowerHour workflows for brand development, brand amplification, personal brand, and content marketing. I pretty much just copied my template that I had from Inspire Blue Media and then just made some iterations based on where we want to go in a company and based on who we want to work with. But essentially what it looks like is the only one that's pretty much totally filled out is the brand amplification one, because a few of these we just want to discuss as a team. But pretty much how it works is this first column, and by we can iterate this, edit it, et cetera, whatever makes most sense to us. But currently, as it is in its current form, this first column is the PowerHour onboarding flow process. So technically, this isn't just the onboarding process; it's just the entire flow process. So I'm actually going to edit that. But usually, how the journey looks is someone they're referred a referral from social media video, from an actual referral, whatever. They sign up on the form, or they sign up on the website via form. They fill out some specific questions just to give us some insight on who we're really talking to, and just a filter if it's an actual company, could be a bot or something. Then after that, within that form, we determine the date for the phone call to establish expectations and the date of the actual PowerHour. So we use probably Canly or some kind of scheduling platform for that. This is this column was basically explaining like what that call looks like, but I'll jump to that in a second. Then we got the next step, kind of, if you will, is to send pre-PowerHour homework, because a lot of these clients that we might be working with, we are really educating them and just taking their awareness or their expectations of marketing or branding or content to like a whole new level. So, this is all about education, and we want them to be coming into this PowerHour with the right mindset. If they come in the PowerHour and they just have, 19 100 questions, that might be fine. There's definitely time for, some questions at the end, but during the PowerHour, we have this very intentionally structured, format to get them to, where they might need to be within just an hour. So we kind of want to have them having some understanding of some terms or lingos, some of our approaches, some of our methodologies. That way, when they come to the PowerHour, things start to really click for them. And then after that, of course, we do the actual PowerHour. Then there's an auto invoice that gets sent, a follow-up and thank you, and then tactical steps. So whenever I do PowerHours, I always like to send like 3 or 4 tactical steps that company can go do. So they not only got coaching, inspiration, ideas, but I'm also giving them like a small little checklist of actionable items just to increase the value of what they're getting. Then the expectations call, and this format is very, very similar for each kind of service, whether it's brand amplification, personal branding, content marketing, etc. There might be some different nuances based in the establishing expectations, but where most of the differences apply are in the pre-PowerHour homework column and the actual PowerHour column. So going back to brand development, I'm just going to give you an idea of this flow. I won't show the establishing expectations for every single service. We've got complete brand identity, complete brand identity checklist to the best of our ability, right? So if we're doing a brand development PowerHour with a company, they probably don't know their mission statement, their vision statement. They probably don't have a lot of these things defined, hence the reason why they're spending $250 to buy this PowerHour. But if we're going to do a good job for them, we need to know some of their goals. We need to know a little bit about them. Surely they're going to have some base understanding on why they exist, and what they're passionate about is probably not defined. But if we can collect some of that information, then we can kind of help build their brand identity doc actually in the PowerHour or whatever that might look like. I have in here for the column of the actual content for the PowerHour just to discuss with the team, because I don't really, we have a lot of different ideas of kind of what we put in there, but obviously we kind of want to discuss it as a team with Mike on like what information would best there. What would the most valuable PowerHour be for brand development? Would we actually help them? Would we actually design their brand identity doc on that call, which would be very cool and valuable. So just different kind of stuff like that. And then of course the pre-PowerHour homework. Maybe that's a little 3-minute video from Mike explaining how he's had 10 years of experience doing this, helping brands develop their brand in LA and all these different countries. Just kind of building the credibility. Or maybe it's a 3-4 minute read blog where it just kind of explains the lingos and the terms and the methodology of what we're talking about, whatever that might look like. Then we got brand amplification, of course, pretty similar, except for the pre-PowerHour homework and the PowerHour itself. Then we got the personal brand, and then content marketing. So how it works is, this is in Google Sheets. It's called PowerHour workflows, and then the tabs down here are where you can find specific services.